What's up, everybody? I'm Jesse Ziegler.
And I'm Quinn Cody.
Quinn Cody's live from Miami on his factory ride retreat, and we are doing this remote, so wish us the best of luck.
Yes, we have some technological challenges here today. We'll see if we can pull this off.
This is the Climb Dakar Rally Daily Show from Stage 10 at the 2026 Dakar Rally. This stage is full of drama. Unfortunately, top competitors are going down and not exiting the race yet, but man, we had some drama out there. Quinn, what happened?
Yeah, it was a really difficult day for Daniel Sanders. Unfortunately, Daniel had a pretty big crash. It sounds like there was a kind of a blind dune and a few guys flew off of it. Daniel sounds like he got the worst of it, injured his shoulder, and was able to continue the stage and kind of soldier on to finish, but out of the general classification for this year's Dakar.
Yeah, he sailed off a dune at about 138 kilometers, and yeah, like you said, got pretty balled up. Ricky Brabec was actually kind of first on scene, helped him get his bike up. I saw some footage of that, which is something that's cool about this race, is even though these guys are paddling neck and neck for easily the biggest prize they'll receive all year, Ricky Brabec still hits the brakes and literally throws his Honda down to get him, no concern about a broken lever or anything in his part, just to see if his racing companion is okay. Ricky ended up getting a minute 37 credit back on his time today for the time that he spent helping Daniel Sanders. And like Quinn said, Daniel did get back on the bike, muscle his way through like the tough, gritty Aussie he is. And, it was just a damaging day for him.
Yeah, really unfortunate and kind of really, I guess, changes this race. And, we were kind of, I know I was hoping to see another repeat win from Daniel Sanders. This back-to-back win thing hasn't happened in several years now, since I think Mark Como was the last one to do it. So unfortunately, we're going to have to wait to see if that happens.
We are. On the day today, Adrian Van Beveren got the best of everybody today. He's a sand specialist. He's won his 7th career stage win today, which is pretty epic, moves him up in the rankings there. He started in 6th place today, so he had a bit of an advantage, plus his sand riding skills are undeniable. He loves the soft sand and he can go really fast. Ricky Brabec's final result was 2nd on the day. He's about 3 minutes and 49 seconds behind AVB, and Ricky, as you remember, started 4th yesterday. Luciano Benavides tried to take advantage of the big day today from his starting position in 9th, but he ended up having some issues. I think he got caught out on the same dune that caught Sanders, and he almost crashed pretty hard, but he also got stuck for a long time. His report, we got a quote from him coming up soon, is that he was stuck for so long that Bradley Cox actually came on and helped him out. So Bradley's really paying that assistance forward that he got. So that's your top 3 today. Skyler being really consistent and 4th again today. Started out 5th. He's about 4:51 down. Nacho in 5th. 6:34 off the pace today. He started 19th. He had a pretty bad day going into the bivouac, remote bivouac. Michael Doherty on the gas again. He started 3rd today, but he managed to keep a pretty fast pace for that Rally 2 class. He's 9:31 off the pace. 7th place, Tony Mulek. Those guys are battling that Rally 2. Tony really put some time into the Rally 2 this stage. He was, like I said, 7th place today, 10:24 off the place, and he started in 20th, so he enjoyed that sand out there too.
Yeah, it was a great ride for Tony Mulek. I think this may be his best overall stage finish ever.
Yeah,
and he's definitely hungry. He sees that win in the Rally 2 division within reach.
For sure,
now.
Yeah,
so,
he gobbled up some time.
Hard.
Yep. Tasha was 8th today, 10:28 off the pace. He started 1st today. Tasha's a really fast rider, but hard to maintain that lead in the sand, and he definitely had some issues out there too.
Yeah, it sounds like Tasha may have flown off the same dune that Daniel Sanders flew off of, and Daniel made a comment that he almost landed on top of Tasha. So
yuck.
He was strong for the first part of the stage, and then it seemed like he started dropping off. So he may be a little bit licking some wounds from flying off the dune as well. So we'll see if how he does the rest of this race.
Yep. 9th place was Paolo Lucci. 15:04 off the pace. He started in 18th, so he had a good ride out there. And then Edgar Canet started 28th after a kind of disastrous day yesterday. He's 10th today, 18:36 off the pace today. And that's your top 10 on the day. So a lot of shakeup. Obviously, the headline is Daniel Sanders essentially out of the front running of this race. In the overall rankings, Brabec's now leading since he got that time back, and he rode really well today over Luciano Benavides. But man, it's 56 seconds. We have such a tight race at the top again.
Yeah, crazy how tight this is, right? This is. I mean, what are we, 41 hours, almost 42 hours of racing, and it's still within 56 seconds.
Yeah, awesome. Bummer for Sanders for sure. But I mean, the overall ranking, Tasha is sitting in third. He's about 15 minutes off the pace. So these guys, the front runners, are out there on their own a little bit. And even with his troubles today, Sanders still sitting in fourth place, 17:37 off the pace. He says he's going to race, but will they let him race? We don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting because, he made some comments that it's probably broken collarbone. We don't know. We'll see how tough this guy is. Yeah. And I mean, reality of things, if he's able to regroup, he still has a potential podium in him. He's only less than 2 minutes behind Tasha Sharina in the general. So if he's able to regroup from that crash and tape himself up, he may still be able to salvage a podium.
That would be insane. Skylar Houses. That would be huge.
Huge for KTM and huge for Sanders to recover from something like that. So, but time will tell. Time will tell.
Time is the name of the game. Skylar Howes is sitting in fifth overall. He's about 38:53 off the pace, and this is where that gap really jumps out. These guys are going to need some miracles to get on that podium, including AVB in fifth or sixth, Nacho, Branch. And we got our boy Preston Campbell hanging out there in ninth place still. Really, really big race in Rally 2 shaping up. Preston extended his lead yesterday, but today he lost quite a bit of time.
Yeah, today I think Preston had a little bit of struggles out there. We don't know. We have some reports coming in from Johnny Campbell maybe later in the show, but it was a lot of really soft sand today, and they go into these small dunes, and what happens is, like, whenever you see the small dunes, they're going to be really soft because like the sand doesn't have enough structure to pile up and get big. So it just keeps kind of collapsing on itself.
Yeah.
And those small ones are dangerous. You always see crashes, guys. You'll be riding along and all of a sudden there'll just be a hole out of nowhere and the front of the bike will drop in. So really hard to get a rhythm and difficult to you just don't know when it's going to catch you out. Right. So I think the guys prefer the big dunes because they can kind of carry speed on them and they know they're relatively solid.
Well, what is solid is the original by Motul. Those boys were on the gas again today. And Joseph Pedro, he was leading out that class yesterday. And remember, it was really tight, but Benjamin Malo jumped ahead of him today. He gapped him by about 13 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like Pedro had a 7-minute speeding penalty, so knocked him back a little bit. And then, there was that other, 5 minutes on top of that Benji Malo put on him. So one of our tightest races there has kind of opened up a little bit in these last couple of days.
But any day can swing the other way for the other guys. So it's going to be a battle to the end for these warriors in that original by Motul Malimoto unassisted class. Let's get into some quotes, Quinn. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's hear from the front runners. First, I think we owe it out of respect to hear from Daniel first today about his race. We're so glad that he's back at the bivouac relatively safe and it wasn't worse than it was. So here's Daniel Sanders.
It looks like for sure a snapped collarbone. At the refill we checked it, but at 140 Ks it went over June and was pretty scary. I nearly landed on Tosha and we all missed it, but I got up and knew the collarbone was broken and also the sternum. I've broken this as well, so there's no power, and so it wasn't nice in the dunes at all. But unfortunately we've let the rally go now. We'll go back to the team and reevaluate the injuries and the situation and see if it's safe to continue, I guess. I wanted to continue and I wouldn't finish today if I didn't want to continue. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Does it worth to take more risks to continue with this kind of injury?
I don't know, if I've just done 150 k's in the sand dunes, it shouldn't be too bad. It's all rocks now, so I can just stand up and cruise along. I think if it was sand dunes, it would be tough, but now we've sort of done with the dunes. It's on the gravel roads, it's a little bit easier, but we'll see.
Was he very tough?
Yeah, we don't quit. So, Mum and Dad didn't raise no quitter. So I'm not pulling out now until someone else tells me to pull out, or they drag me out of the race. I'm not stopping.
What an animal!
Such an unfortunate event, but these guys they're pushing so hard. It's like it was bound to happen to one of these top three sooner or later.
Yeah,
and he was just the unfortunate one.
He was unfortunate for sure. Let's hear from Ricky Brabec, who was out there with him and ended up getting the stage win today.
Wasn't super tricky, just a lot of dunes the first 240 kilometers. So that part was tricky. It was hard to push and really go full gas. I was up front today, so Luciano at the end of the day had a better position than I did, but we did the best we could. We got some bonus time. Daniel had a big crash today off a dune, and me and Tasha stopped for him for a couple minutes. So we'll get some time back there. But yeah, overall, I think we're in a good position still, to attack tomorrow. And I would maybe prefer to be a little bit further back today. But at the end of today, I got some bonus time, and I think we did a good job. So yeah, we'll get back to the bivouac, have some lunch, talk to the team, and check the times and see what we could do tomorrow. But there's a couple more stages left to go, so a lot more kilometers to navigate, and let's hope for the best and do the best job we can.
Ricky's talking. There's more stages to go, and even though that was a beneficial stage to him, he's not counting anything he's not taking anything for granted out there.
Yeah, so anything can happen thus far as we can see from today, and it seems like he's got a little more pep in his interview today than he did yesterday. It seemed like he was a little bit demoralized today, so just goes to show how quickly this rally can change, right?
Yeah, the swing happens so fast out there when something like a crash goes down. Luciano had an interesting day today. I think we should hear from him about his stage and see how the sort of mental game is going with Luciano, plus his physical condition. Let's hear from Luciano Benavides, who is in contention here for the overall, if he can close up 56 seconds on old Ricky.
Yeah, it was a crazy day, to be honest. I'm not so happy because I did a mistake after the refueling, and I get stuck in one dune and I lose like 5 minutes there. And yeah, in one moment I was thinking my Dakar was over, and trying to dig in the sand to get the bike out, and I think I was on a 200 head rate at the moment. And yeah, after 4 or 5 minutes, I think Brad Cox come from behind, and then he helped me a little bit to go out. Also Nils Terik, so thank you to them. I'm also here. But yeah, today was a good chance to do well and get some time back. But at the end, I think I threw away 4 or 5 minutes extra. But yeah, not a bad feeling to be first overall again.
Yeah, did you see Danny on your way or not at all?
Yeah. I also missed the same dune than him. It was really big. I don't know if there is the footage, but I also jumped that dune and almost crashed, and then I saw some lines coming, so I knew some of the guys in front crashed really bad. And then before the refueling, I started to see him, and he was quite riding on pain. I think he broke a collarbone or something. So yeah, not the best day for him. Yeah, hopefully he can stay on the race and continue. It's not over.
Still nearly dead even, right? 56 seconds after this much racing. And that that's tough in the dunes like that when you get stuck. And Luciano's not the biggest guy, right? I would say, you put him next to Ricky Brabec and there's a significant physical advantage there.
Yeah, for sure.
So being, that I think he probably has a little bit tougher time in the dunes, just being a little bit smaller guy when something does happen. Maybe it's a little easier to stay on top of stuff, but then when you do get stuck, right, that's where you're struggling. I saw some video of Ricky Brabec today, and he got stuck on a dune and basically just manhandled the bike straight up over the top. It looked like he was going to have to go back down, and he just grabs the thing and yanks it out of the sand.
Yeah, he did the same when he was parked next to Daniel Sanders. He just basically drug his bike around with one arm, and I was like, that's like a 300-pound motorcycle.
Yeah, he deadlifts it with one arm, right? And over. To where you have a guy like Luciano, I mean, he could barely touch the ground on a rally bike. So
yeah,
you definitely have an advantage there. And unfortunate for him, I mean, depending on how much time he really did lose, he potentially could have been in the lead of this race.
Yeah, it came down to
margin today.
Came down to a minute. That's all we got for this gap. I think we should check in with some team guys. I think we got a good quote just sent in from Anthony Bonello from Johnny Campbell. Talk about today's events and how this race is shaping out for the Honda boys.
We got a race on our hands, Johnny Campbell. How was marathon stages for the boys and looking forward?
Well, like the first marathon last week, it was eventful and things changed quite dramatically. As you know, our competition had an injury, so that took one of our adversaries out of the running. But the race isn't over. Brabec moved into first place by about 56 seconds today, and Preston in Rally 2 is still leading that class. He had a little bit of difficulty today, had a crack in a head pipe, lost some power, and had to kind of manage the motor to get here safely. So yeah, it's nice to be leading both classes right now, and got 5 of the 6 guys in the top 10, so pretty happy with that. But we still have 3 long stages to go, so as Dakar proves, it could be anything. Just like today's stage, they went in probably the most demanding stage of the rally with really soft dunes. And it just swallowed, I don't know any one of them that didn't have any hiccups through there, because it was so soft. They're trying to get through it and get stuck, turn around, catch back up. And so, yeah, real challenging stage, and we'll see what happens in the next stages.
How's Ricky doing? I know 24, he said, was the most stressful race of his life. Is he using that? Is he relishing it? Where's he at?
Yeah, 24 was a close race all the way to the last day. I think this is going to be the same. He's poised and he's focused, and he wants to win this thing. And so we're going to be on tension until we get to the finish line for sure.
What do the stages look like moving forward from your view with where your guys are positioned?
The next stage, I can only know that we're going into a little rougher stages. There won't be as much sand, meaning there'll be like rocks, thorn bushes and stuff. I think tomorrow will be pretty straightforward though, because we have a long stage. There's over 800 Ks altogether. The special's only 350, but they have over 500 liaisons, so it's going to be an enormous stage tomorrow. The guys will be on the bike for almost 10 hours, and so we'll just take that one day at a time.
Is there any sort of team orders, getting guys in position, trying to maximize the result?
Yeah, that's always the reason, we have quite a few riders on our team, is to be able to play team tactics when we need to. Now that we're kind of narrowing in on, the last few days here, there'll be some, definitely some play tactics in play, just to try to bolster where we're at.
Finally, on Preston, how's he coping with the pressure? Is he feeling it? Is he managing it? Is he really just here to finish and the result's a bonus, or?
Yeah, Preston's been having a tremendous ride. His claim is consistency here, and in 10 days he's done quite well with that. You know, for sure he feels pressure, especially I think when he moved into the lead of the class. You know, our goal and intent is for him to finish the rally. I mean, the first rally, we never had an intention to go out and try to win. So he's just positioned himself in that position by his consistency. So our plan is to continue the same plan. Finish line is the goal. If he gets a class win, that's a bonus. But we'll just have to see how it turns out.
Does he take advice from Dad, or is he more picking Ricky and Skylar and the other boys?
He's very fortunate that he has a good team around him and a wealth of experience, you know, very valuable. So he picks up things from the riders, from the management, from myself, although I limit myself from giving him too much because, once again, yeah, I have knowledge and experience, but I am Dad. So he's been trained to, you know, look to other mentors, which is excellent. And I think that he's got a good team, and you know, we'll get him to the finish line.
Right on. Well, thanks again. Your time's always much appreciated. Yeah. Good luck out there.
All right, thanks guys. See you.
Great to hear from Mr. Campbell. Of course, we love checking in with him every day. He's so gracious with his time, and his insight is invaluable. And man, there's just so much to talk about in this Honda camp. I mean, they're having nothing but highlights right now. 6 or 5 of their riders in the top 10 out of 6, like just massive success for the Honda team. And, you know, just so much going on for them.
Yeah. What I take most from that interview is, and being that I've known Johnny Campbell for many, many years, and the level of tension in his voice just changed.
It's gone.
No, it's,
it's on.
Increased. It's like level 11 right now.
Oh, got it.
And this race just changed. Daniel Sanders is gone. And I think with Daniel in the race, I think that they were almost kind of resigned to the fact that Daniel was going to control everything. And I think there was less pressure on them. Now Ricky's in the lead of the race, and all of a sudden things got really serious. And, you know, knowing Johnny for a long time and being in these situations with him and in Baja and all these different crazy scenarios, they're feeling the pressure now.
And they got their game face on.
Game face is on. That's old Baja Johnny Campbell right there.
That's a dangerous man to have focused on an outcome. And if your outcome is winning a race, Johnny Campbell knows how to focus and put his game face on for that.
Yeah. So it's down to the last 3 days, and it's time to finish this thing off, and it's all business from now on from the Honda boys. No more joking around about the motorhome.
Nope. No more joking. Cool to hear about Preston's race and his progress. Obviously, we've seen him being so consistent, but insight into maybe why he lost some time today with cracked head pipe on the bike, needing to manage a little bit. But yeah, man, the dude's crushing it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, marathon stage, right? Anything can happen there, and yeah, you get a small crack in the header, that could really end your race. I mean, the bike can start to run lean, and you know, you could, if you're not careful, you could, especially in a big heavy dune stage like that, you could damage the engine. So Preston, he knows he's a good mechanic, and he knows when he's got to be cautious and manage it. And it's down on power too, right? It's not running well either. So it makes it tough to get through those big dunes with an engine that's not 100%.
Sounds like we're leaving most of the dunes behind starting tomorrow, and a massive stage, 800K of riding, 500K of that is liaison, probably a little rockier, bushier course to go out there.
And, you know, we're coming into the area where I want to say 2021 or 22, where Ricky Brabec lost like 45 minutes on the second day of the rally. It's this same kind of zone, and I think so. The navigation could get a little trickier. Maybe not tomorrow, but I know they're probably going to throw one more big challenge at him in stage 12. So yeah, I think they have that in the back of their minds.
I have my 2022 stage 6 road book that Kendall Norman brought us back in 23. So I was thinking about just opening this up and sending it over to Ricky and being like, hey man, I got some notes, but this is a different area. This is Riyadh. So this probably won't help him, but I just wanted to show off that I have a road book from the Dakar Rally, honestly.
All right.
Let's get some more quotes. We got tons of stuff from Anthony today. Really good insight. I think next we just go to the man at KTM. We just heard from the man at Honda. We should hear from Jordi Villadomes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Checking in with Jordi, team manager at KTM here. Take us through the last couple days.
Well, this marathon stage is not been good with us. Chucky had a crash this morning, actually two. So our plan, of course, was with Daniel to try to arrive in front as soon as possible, to grab some bonus. We knew that in between was Doherty. We didn't expect that, so Brabec supposed to catch some time today, but well, we're still good in the overall, even if Brabec was catching Daniel. Minus the bonus was not a bad day, let's say. But with the crash, now it changed a lot. He's for sure it's painful, but he wants to keep going, and he's an animal, we know that. And well, he will stay in the race, and let's see if he can still do some good results.
Do you know what he's done?
No, we are not sure. He doesn't want to check because anyway he says it's painful, and no matter what he wants to arrive to the end. So we keep going, and of course now we will go day by day. Let's see tomorrow. If the pain is too much, then it makes no more sense to keep going. But well, he wants to go, and we believe that he is able to do.
Really unfortunate for Chucky, but obviously Luciano is also in a very good position. How's he?
Exactly. We had Luciano in the back, in the other side of the strategy. And also, unfortunately, at one point, he got stuck in some cone in the dunes. And he took 4 minutes and a half to take out the bike from the sun. And luckily, some of the riders from behind Cox, he helped him to take the bike from there. And well, he did good. He got back some time, but he threw it away 4 minutes and a half. That would be really nice to have them on the pocket. So as I said, not to work as expected, but we know it's a race, it happens. It was going everything in our favor until now, so it's normal that from time to time it's not happening. But of course the big pity is about Chucky, because for sure he was ready to win another one. But let's say what we can do till the end.
Is the vibe still calm? People are under control, or it's definitely gone up a couple notches?
Here in Dakar is never anything under control. We try our best, but it's never under control. Anything we try, and of course we know how is the race. It's not that it happened in the past a lot. We have the experience that can happen. You have problems on the bike, or one rider crash and get injured. So it's part of the game. We are used to it, and no, everything keeps going, and we have to fight till the end.
Are you got much strategy? Is there much you can do for the coming stages, or just got to see?
Yeah, now I will explain you exactly what is my strategy.
No, but
no, it's a joke. Well, maybe.
Yeah, right on. Well, it's very cool to watch. Good luck to you guys. We're always rooting for you guys.
Thank you.
Good stuff from Jordi. I like the part where he says, "Yeah, I'm going to tell you my whole strategy now."
Yeah, he's definitely not going to spew out his whole strategy for the rest of the race. But
no,
I mean, they're in a tough spot for sure. You have such a tight race for the lead. Luciano, maybe he's not riding his 100%, managing some injuries, but he's still in this race. And yeah, I mean, you think what could have been, right? If I only didn't get stuck in that hole, or if I only didn't get that penalty, or if I only didn't, but
crash and break my collarbone.
Yeah, that's normal. That's Dakar, right? You always kick yourself for some mistake you made and something else, and everybody makes a mistake. Like Johnny Campbell said, nobody got through that stage clean, and it's just whoever does the best job of managing those mistakes.
Couple things stood out to me. One, he's like, yeah, Daniel stay in the race. He wants to race. No question from the team whether he's going to race. If Daniel wants to, he's just going to race. And when Anthony asked him what happened to his shoulder, he says, we don't know, and he doesn't want to get it checked out. He doesn't want to look. He doesn't want to get an x-ray because he knows it just hurts. And he's just like, if I can just ride with it hurt, I don't need to know what it is. I can get it checked out later. What a beast.
Yeah. And there's always that risk that you go to the organization medical tent and you get an x-ray and they see your collarbone sticking out and the doctor says, hey, it's not safe for you to continue. You can do more damage, whatever. And they stop him from racing. So I think he's thinking, let's just ignore it and
just put it in the back pocket.
I'm fine. I'm good. No, I don't need an x-ray.
What an animal, Daniel Sanders. Also, the other thing he said that I thought resonated really well with the race, and instead of saying it's Dakar and just assuming everybody knows what that means, he said, here in Dakar, it's never under control. So even though they seemed like they were in control at the front of the race, they knew the chances of something like this happen are pretty damn high. And these teams are equipped to deal with that. They know it going in, and it's not good news, but I mean, they got a guy in 6 seconds behind in the lead. Like, they have just as good a chance as anybody else to win this race.
Yeah, I would say that the odds are a lot higher that something happened to one of these top three than not. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's almost kind of a miracle that we really had that top three within just a couple minutes of each other all the way to this point in the race.
Yeah, for sure. It was, you don't want to say it's inevitable, but man, this race is so gnarly, and the terrain they put them through is so brutal that, it's a miracle if nothing happens. We got more quotes. We got more interviews. We got more quotes, Quinn.
We got a lot of stuff.
We have a lot of stuff. Start digging through. Yeah. We have Nathan Rafferty. We have Neil Hawker. We have Joseph Pedro. Who do you want to hear from first?
I mean, I think it'd be cool to hear from Joseph Pedro, the rally original by Motul competitor.
For sure.
Yeah, see how his day went.
Yeah, let's do both of the original by Motuls. Pedro, then Hawker, and then we're going to get into our favorite journeyman adventure Dakar rally dude, Nathan Rafferty.
We're here with Joseph Pedro. How's your Malimoto marathon stage been?
50-50. The first part is really good. I have a very good stage, 11 in the scratch. But today I destroyed the moose and we need to turn off the gas the last 100 kilometers. And now my head is kaput. I'm, ¿cómo se dice enfadado?
Cansado, tired.
I'm very angry.
Aha. You're having a good battle with Benji.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Today he got away from you in the dunes.
No, the problem is the moose. I broke the moose of the rear tire, and it's not possible to me to push. And we lose 7 or 8 minutes, and we have a penalty in the speed zone because my head is not concentrate. I go boo, and I hit the speed zone. 7 minutes and 5 more with the penalty.
It's been a really good battle, and it's not over. Anything can happen. What's your plan for the last stages?
Well, it's Dakar. So some things it's possible. I'm pushing all the days and cruzaremos los dedos.
How many Dakars have you done?
This is my third.
And how many Malimoto?
The first one.
Has it been everything you expected? Harder? More easy?
No, harder. but good experience, eh? I like it.
Right on. Well, it's very, very cool to follow this battle. as you say, anything can happen. Good luck for the rest.
Thank you very much.
What a legend.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think of this class as being a class where guys are going racing and pushing all the way to the end, to the 10th, 11th, 12th stage where they're actually racing each other. But these boys are, you could tell they're serious about it, right? He was, when Anthony told me he lost time, he's like, no, it was my moose. My moose wasn't me.
Yeah, they're paying attention. They're in a race. They're not in a tour.
No, definitely not.
No, and what about him? Like just going brain fog full into a speed zone today because he was so mad that his moose was failing and he couldn't push it. Like that is like the typical like Dakar thing is like you make one mistake and it compounds and then your head gets out of the game. You start making more mistakes and then you just kick yourself after the race for doing, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, these guys got to be cooked at this point, right?
Yeah, I imagine.
After just doing everything yourself for this many days and sleeping on the ground and riding these gnarly long stages.
Yeah.
So kudos to that guy, man. All the original competitors. What an amazing experience.
Yeah, they're doing great. It's going to be fun to watch him and Benjamin Milot battle us out to the end for sure. People that are doing more of an experience ride, we got to check in with Neil Hawker because he is, a great dude to talk to whenever we get the chance. And Anthony caught up with him here.
We're back with Neil Hawker. You look like you've had an epic out there.
It was wild. The last 2 days was a bit wild. It's I'm glad we had a few days in between where it was just mindless speed and it was a little bit frustrating, but there was no technical, not so much technical going, just something you had to think about. And to the last 2 days, plenty of that. So for me, it was much better. A lot of the time on my own, no dust, not getting overtaken at stupid speed. I'm trying to give the bike a bit of love, but so hard on the bikes today, unbelievably hard. Like the dunes were so soft, so you had to be quite harsh on the bike, and it's glad it's done. Glad we're in. Get the oil. I'm gonna get this oil sampled. I had a sample at 55 hours. Now it's like 88 hours. So there's a bit of a trend, hopefully. Hopefully it's not too bad because there was a little bit of alley in the first sample, but it was a brand new engine, done 55 hours, and he said that's expected. It wasn't bad levels, so it's been on my mind now. So I've definitely been nursing the bike a little bit instead of, like for me, 130, 140 is absolutely flat out. It won't go any further. I've just been backing off to 120 and just keeping it 120 and on the road, just poodling along. So we're here.
I remember on rest day you were humming and hawing about doing a top end and should you or shouldn't you? What goes through your head? That's still in
my head. It's still, exactly that. It's still in my head and it's solid. It's strong. Let's 3 more days.
Convince yourself of that.
3 more
buddy.
days. It gets in your head though, doesn't it?
Otherwise, how are you feeling?
All good. Yeah, my body's used to what it's doing now, so it's like, oh, we're doing this. Okay. Don't know what day it is. Don't know what times. Yeah, just get up, go ride my bike. It's all good.
How was the marathon experience? When did you get in?
I had a bit of time. It's for us. It's brilliant because we get to sleep. We get a real good sleep. I was in bed by 6:30 last night and woke up at 5, so it's fine. Here now, we've got all this to do, so bit of time to do this and probably 3 hours, and then hopefully by 8, 9ish get a bit of physio and get some food and go to bed. Do it all again.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Well, you're well past hump day, but keep your eyes on the prize.
Absolutely.
We're rooting for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds like maybe a little stressed about his engine and
some insight there into how many hours these guys are putting on this bike and what these bikes are expected to do.
This original by Motul is the name of the class, and it's supported by Motul. So Motul provides all lubricants and oil and everything for all of these competitors. And I know in the past they've had oil sampling there where they could take oil samples from them. So I think that's what he's talking about. Kind of they're able to measure how much how many particles of, alloy particles are in the oil and different, contamination and whatnot. So I don't know that I'd want to know at this stage. I think if I was in his situation, I would just be like, hey,
just change it.
It's ran this long. It's going to keep running.
Just change oil and pray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They're trying to predict the lifespan of this engine, and I would just be like, it's going to make it. It's fine.
It's going to make it.
And you can see him going through his head like that. What a great guy, though. What a rad attitude.
He should do a top end on rest day, and man, I say don't touch it. Just run it.
I would definitely not do that. I would screw that up. What a beast, man. I really love his attitude. He's representing everything that I think people dream about when they go do that race, and just living in the stars, living under the stars next to a truck.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Nathan Rafferty, see how the American badass is doing.
One contrast to the other. I feel like Neil Hawker is just in the trenches, just surviving, and Nathan Rafferty seems like just living his best life over at the Bass Dakar team. Yeah, enjoying this race.
Just thriving, dude. The dude is thriving. Let's check in with old Rafferty.
Just ran into Nate here on your way to
Shower time.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Sounds wild out there. Take us through it.
Today was rough. It was the hardest day, well, for me anyway, hardest day of the rally. Just super physical. All these shitty little 8-foot dunes that were soft on both sides and could catch no rhythm at all. And I think there were a lot of changes in play today. But struggle bus for me today.
How was marathon in general?
It was fine. The first day was pretty cruisy, honestly, and fine out there. The food is so crappy. I'm happy to be back here. But today was just rough. The first kind of 2/3 of the day was like first and second gear through these soft, crappy dunes. So rough.
Wow, it's good to see you back.
Thank you.
You're getting closer every day.
Yeah. 500K liaison tomorrow. I won't get stuck in any of the dunes on the liaison.
Right on. Enjoy your shower.
Thanks.
You can't get stuck on liaison in the sand.
No. Definitely. Get your butt stuck to the seat, I think, is about the only thing. We could ask Mason Klein about that.
Yeah, I don't know. For sure. I don't know each one's horrible in its own way, right?
Yeah. I mean, there really is nothing worse than riding a rally bike on the pavement in a straight line for 300 kilometers in a stretch.
Especially if you're wondering how your top end's doing.
Yeah.
And you're just, come on, baby. Hold on, dude. We got 3 more days to go.
Yeah. And it's painful. And tomorrow's a big one.
Yeah. This is a great segue into tomorrow's stage. I think there's 300 and some K of special and 500K of commuting. And it's going to be rougher, probably rockier, scrubby bushes smacking you and getting some thorns in your arms. And the race is on like Donkey Kong, man. They're going to be pushing. Yeah. KTM's got some things to play here. Kanay's coming in, starting 10th. He's going to be able to push up, maybe make some time. Luciano's going to be starting right behind Ricky in 3rd. Ricky's only got AVB in front of him, so his goal is clearly going to be to get up front, share some time with AVB, maybe just get up solo and gobble up some bonus time. And, there's plays Honda can do. There's plays that KTM's going to have to try to do, right?
Yeah, we'll see kind of how everything plays out. I mean, I think different terrain, obviously not as much dune, or if any dune.
Yeah.
It's a 800 and we have 882 kilometer stage in total. Dude. From Bisha to Ala Hakania.
Nice job.
That's the best I can do saying that. And we're looking at 328 kilometer liaison, then 346 kilometer special stage. Like you said, a lot of dirt track, rocks, some, a little bit of sand. dust might play into things. And then after the stage, they've got another 208-kilometer liaison to make it back to the bivouac. Distance crews tomorrow have to go 794 kilometers. So after the riders leave, you got to pack everything up, load the trucks, drive nearly 800 kilometers to the next bivouac, then unpack everything, stuff.
Yeah.
Have the ride. And so, yeah, again, early start, tough day.
Wow. Yeah. Couple things coming up here. I got questions for you. Quinn and Answers live again today. We caught up with the comments, and I got two things. One has to do with today. A lot of sand in there, a lot of bikes going down in the sand. What are the air filter situation like on these rally bikes? Are they just like regular foamy dirt bike filters? Or are they something fancier? Where are they located, and why are they located there?
Yeah, so the air filter on, at least on the KTM rally bike, is it's a normal foam air filter. It's got a different shape than, say, your normal standard, motocross bike air filter. But it's kind of up in between the fuel tanks, like where your normal gas tank would go on your enduro motocross bike, and it sits just right above the engine.
Right.
And I mean, that's more just by the design of the motor and the design of the fuel tanks and stuff. That's the best place to put it. It keeps a lot of the dust from the rear of the bike out of the filter. But yeah, just a normal filter. Sometimes they'll put sand covers on them when they know it's going to be a really sandy or fine sandy stage where there's like some silt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it's just pretty much a normal air filter. The guys like on the marathon stage will roll one up and stuff it in their pocket, and then they'll change it. They'll change the filter on the marathon stage or something like that. But
pretty simple.
Not a whole lot of difference.
Got it. The other thing that came up is we hear about speed limit penalties, and there's two components of speed limitations and rules here. One is there's an overall speed limit that bikes are not allowed to exceed anywhere on the course, correct? And then there's speed zones that are like sensitive areas or town or road crossing where they're going to reduce your max speed way down to 50K or whatever it is. And you have to abide by that or you get penalized. Both of them come with a penalty, but I guess the big question is, how do they avoid just going over that maximum allowed speed and paying attention to that?
Yeah, so the overall speed limit in a special stage is 160 kilometers per hour, so roughly 100 miles per hour. And the bike has just a built-in speed limiter. So it just basically, the factory bikes are drive-by-wire, and so they basically just slowly, as you start to approach that speed limit, that speed 160K, it slowly closes the throttle and just backs it off. It's very subtle. It's not like a hard cut or anything. The teams have spent a lot of time working with the EFI tuning guys to make this speed limit feel as natural as possible. And really, it just feels like the bike just won't kind of go any faster. It just, just slows it down. Now, with the controlled speeds within the special stages, there are speed limits, and basically the guys will select a gear depending on the speed. So if it's 50 kilometers per hour, they'll put it in the second gear, and then there's a button they push. And I believe, like on the KTM, I think it's like a 1, 2, 3 push. So you push it, once for 45 kilometers per hour, once for 60, once for 70, or 3 times for 70 or whatever. Yeah. And that just limits the bike from exceeding that speed. But the thing is that most of the time when a guy gets a speeding penalty is because they just come into the speed zone. They're not paying attention to their road book, and they're not watching the GPS, and they come into the speed zone too hot, and they ride in the first, 200 meters going way too fast. And then they realize that they're in the speed zone, they lock up the brakes. And by the time they've realized they've already gotten the penalty. And so they didn't even have time to push their button to control the speed. Yeah. And really the only time they would use that button would be if it's like a long speed zone. So a couple kilometers. If it's a short one where they're just approaching a road crossing and they need to go 45 kilometers per hour for 200 meters, then they probably just manage that on their own. Yeah. But if it's 10 kilometers where they're under a speed zone, then they set the button and let the bike do the work.
Yeah. And for the journeymen or the privateers and the guys buying their own way in there, they don't have those ride-by-wire controls all the time or ever, and they just have to manually do it, right?
Yeah, I think the KTM customer bike, a few of the teams have rigged up like a warning light or something like that, and generally they have different ways of letting the rider know that they're approaching the top speed. But yeah, you just kind of on your own to figure it out.
Yep, and it's one of those mental things that you got to think about. Not like there's enough things to worry about out there. And we saw Josep Pedro get caught out with a speed penalty today after being frustrated from his moose falling apart, not being able to push. So it's just another aspect of this race that will mess you up out there and try to keep you from finishing.
Yes, it will.
Speaking of finishing, I think we're almost done.
Are we? We got all the questions.
Yeah.
Good. Has anybody answered what Anthony Bonello's accent is? You got a little bit of time to listen to him today. So
we did have some answers in the previous episodes comments, but if you're feeling frisky and you want to take a shot at it, just comment in this episode or send us a message without looking back and cheating. Just try to guess. We got the correct answer a couple times. So somebody has some inside info.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right. And then today, the Kurt Caselli Foundation is giving away the Takomoto built FE350.
Yeah.
12 o'clock Pacific time today. So if you're listening to this right after it's posted, go to kurtcaselli.com. Your last opportunity to enter to win this amazing dream build from Takomoto.
Definitely hit kurtcaselli.com. Check out all the stuff Taco Mike put on that bike. Literally, the catalog is thrown at this thing. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of dollars. There's probably $15,000, $20,000 in parts on this bike, and it is beautiful. And you can win it by just entering. And the other benefit to this is you get to support the Kurt Caselli Foundation. Why not? Yeah. You're going to do that anyway, I hope. So you might as well get a chance to win a cool bike.
Yeah, Kurt Caselli Foundation always doing a lot of good work. I'm on the board there, and we do a lot with course markings for all the national series. Really now are using a lot of the Kurt Caselli Foundation course marking supplies. We have a scholarship that we give away. I think we've almost given away nearly $100,000 in scholarships over the last 10 or so years to former motorcycle racers and current motorcycle racers who are going to school. Mm-hmm. So lots of good stuff coming from the Kurt Caselli Foundation.
Yep. Shout out to them. Thanks to everybody else too that supports us. Obviously the Climb Dakar Rally Daily Show is brought to you by Climb. We have Baja Rally on board heavy this year. Do not wait on signing up for the Baja Rally. You can just go online and do it. You'll see all their packages they have, all the benefits they have from signing up now. Get Rally Navigator on your desktop. Start building some rally routes so you can experience this race more than just enjoying watching it. You can go do it with any motorcycle that you have. You can do it on a street bike. You can build a rally book from Rally Navigator commuting around town on roads. It's the same thing. Also, High Desert Adventures will get you hooked up with training and race support. Check out High Desert Adventures. You can just fly in, ride one of their cool bikes, bring your own bike, and they're going to help you out. So really good opportunities to get into rally, expand this sport. So someday maybe you can go up to the Dakar Rally and race the Maui Moto class and worry about your top end after 80 hours.
That's right. And if you want to support us and support Anthony specifically for getting all those great interviews, you can go to our Instagram page and buy us a coffee.
Sure. I'm also dropping it. The link is in the comments or the description below in the video. Instagram has it tagged in our profile. You can buy us a Ko-Fi. We like it.
Sure.
I drank 14 cups of coffee this morning because Quinn's in Miami and I'm not.
Yeah, I went to the little coffee shop downstairs at this hotel, and I actually bought 3 coffees and a croissant. Yeah, and they charged me $70.
All right, everybody, we need you to ramp up these coffee donations.
I don't know where we are. Yeah,
I think we're going upside down in coffee budget already. All right, everybody, we got to replenish. Quinn's spending all of our coffee budget in Miami right now. This was not on the Dakar Rally Daily business plan.
In the budget. I'm going to go to Safeway and buy some instant coffee for the hotel room.
Good idea. Good idea. All right. Well, have fun in Miami. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. don't party too hard or whatever you're doing over there.
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day today, and we're going to catch up on stage 11 tomorrow, bright and early. Bye.
Bye.